All right, so I'm going to do a non-Star Wars figure video. As you might have guessed it by now, it's my old New Zoo Revue album that I've had since as long as I can remember. This was a really popular kids show when I was little, early 70s. I think by mid 70s it wasn't even in reruns anymore. So I probably would have watched it in the mid 70s in reruns. And the people from New Zoo Review, Doug and Emmy Joe, they have a Facebook page now. And I shared this on there, and I got a really overwhelming response. And I've always thought it was cool. I didn't think that many other people would, but apparently they do. So I figured I'd do a little bit of a video here on my YouTube channel. So there you have it. This is from 1972, Disneyland Records. I think they just distributed it. They weren't a Disney show. But there's the album cover. Now you can see this is in rough shape. I don't have the vinyl anymore, which is probably where the vinyl record probably would have gone right there. So that's kind of ugly. It's in rough shape because I looked at this all the time when I was a little kid. And there you see the characters, Freddie the Frog, Henrietta the Hippo, Charlie the Owl. Doug and Emmy Joe were a married couple, still are. And they, like I said, you can look them up on Facebook. They also have a YouTube channel where you can watch all these episodes. Doug did over like 600 songs for this show. So they're very cool people from what I've seen anyway. You can see it's all taped up. I'm going to guess my mom probably did that. I was so little I didn't really care about whether I tore it or not. I just thumbed through it all the time. And it's been sitting in closet boxes for, 40, almost 50 years now. Probably for 50 years, actually, since the mid-70s. Once, by the time Star Wars came out, those were the only toys or anything that I played with anymore for the most part. That's a great picture there. All the characters. All taped up, rough condition. This is actually the first time in a long time that I've actually thumbed through it. A little more careful now than I was when I was a little kid. Great artwork on here. But like I said, if you're familiar with this, I know that Doug and Emmy Joe do have a YouTube channel, an official New Zoo Review YouTube channel where you can watch all the episodes, so you should check it out. Show it to your kids. It's better than any of the stuff they have on TV nowadays. Gosh, I can barely... Some of these too, I noticed this. There's like little something stuck to here. I'm going to call that food. We're just going to say that that's food right there. I was probably just as big a slob back then as I am today. Again, I love that picture. And wow, this thing's in rough shape, but I love it. If Doug and Emmy Joe, they tour again. They were at San Diego Comic-Con. They've been doing some conventions. If they ever come around Chicago, I'll have to go get it signed. They're still doing stuff. And that's the end there. So yeah, the album would have been in the front or the back. I think there was just one album with it. But there you have it. My New Zoo Revue album. I have cherished it for probably going on 50 years now. And monetarily, I don't think it would be worth much, even if I wanted to sell it, which I don't. But I wouldn't get much for it in this condition with no album. But to me, it's one of those priceless childhood memories. So if you haven't heard of the New Zoo Revue and you got the time, go on YouTube and check them out. It was a cute little kids show. Probably appeals more toward people like me who grew up with it, and it's got that nostalgic value. But maybe if you have little kids, they'd enjoy it just as much as we did when we were little. So copyright 1972, Disney Productions. Like I said, it was not a Disney show, but Disney would have distributed the album. So there you have it. My vintage 1972, what's left of my new Zoo Revue album. Thanks for watching. Feel free to look at my other videos. The rest of those are pretty much all Star Wars figures, but I made an exception for this one. So feel free to subscribe to my channel and feel free to leave as many comments as you like. Thanks a lot.